Alright guys, welcome to the pilot episode of the Zoia Show 2.0. This show is going to be focused on more of a replay cast, analytical style, just trying to just cast a game, bring as much to you as possible. That's what this show is going to be about. I'm going to be doing a pilot episode of all of these shows here on the Zoia Show channel before Monday, and Monday's when the actual seasons start. But this is episode 0, the pilot of the Zoia Show 2.0. So let's get started right away. We have two phenomenal players here. This game was played at IEM Gamescon 2012, a couple weeks ago. We're going to get started right now. Spawning in the top right, or it's the middle right, as the Red Terran from LGIM. It is MvP. Let me pause. I think I lowered my sound last night. I need to turn that up. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Now you guys can hear things. Okay, back into the game. And his opponent in the bottom middle as the blue Zerg, his teammate. It is Nestea. Now, both of these two players, like the reason I picked this replay for the pilot episode is, I mean, you can't get two better players than this. MvP, the best player in the world, has the most GSL championships. Nestea in second place right behind them. They're teammates. Everyone always looks at these two in tournaments and goes, okay, which one of them is going to win it? Because they're phenomenal. Now, spoiler alert, this tournament's 2 weeks old, so we don't know the results. MvP actually won the tournament. Now, this is, I believe, Game 2 of this Best of 3 series. I didn't actually watch this one live. Someone told me it was epic, though, so we're going to be watching this one. I actually don't know where the standings are in this Best of 3. But well, let's just focus on the game. We do have MvP doing a little bit of a Mock-a-Rax here. Mock-a-Raxes are barracks on the low ground. They're not proxy really. Proxy racks would be something over here or over here, a little bit closer. Mock-a-Raxes are just you want to throw one on the low ground. Just throw off Nestea. Maybe he doesn't realize what's going on. You might think there's some cheese going on. MvP is called the Game Genie Terran. He's got a million different builds in his arsenal. He has just phenomenal play. He seems to be like a hacker. That's where the Game Genie comes in. Game Genie was a cheat code system back in the day. Nestea going to scout around. He wants to know what's going on, and he does see that it is a Mock-a-Rax. Beautiful scout from Nestea. But a Mock-a-Rax, the Terran player Maka Prime used to put his barracks on the low ground. He was one of the first people to do that. Kind of just trick the Zerg player, make them think you're doing a bunker rush. It was really creative back then. It does get scouted though. Nestea, not in the dark. He saw how many SCVs an MvP had in his main base, so he realizes, okay, this is nothing too cheesy, nothing too crazy. This is just you playing a gasless expand. Is what's going on. Nestea realizes that. Spawning pool, 3/4 is the way done. He's already got his hatchery done. Still go hatch first, even if you know there's a bunker rush coming. Most Zerg players can still hold it off. I love this map for overlords. You can put one right here. You can see most pushes move across the map depending on how big they are. Double gas being taken by MvP. After that commencement gets started. SCV scouts. Both players realize, yeah, okay, it's close by air now. So drops will probably be abused a lot this game. Mutalisks possibly as well, having this early, quick access point to the main base for both players. MvP still scouting around, just trying to see if anything proxy's going on. And both these two players, they live together. They're teammates, they practice together, they've met each other several times in many tournaments. And usually the winner of these two goes on to win the tournament. We've seen that happen several times. We've seen these guys meet in the finals of several tournaments as well. So both these players know that at any moment anything crazy can go on. They know each other's styles, but they probably hide builds from each other. Just because they're their teammates, you can't divulge everything to them, because in this situation where money is on the line, you're playing for yourself, not for your teammate, and you have to bust out something crazy. But we are seeing a Reactor Hellion opener here from MvP. Going to be transferring over that factory onto that reactor as soon as they're both done. But to see what his follow-up is, it's going to be Cloak Banshees. He's going to throw down additional barracks, go for some engineering base, get some upgrades out, or is he going to go in Starport, get Banshees, Cloak? So he's going to go Mech. We'll have to see. MVP has one of the most phenomenal mech plays out there. It's really this Thor, Hellion, Banshee-based mid-game transition into Siege Tanks and Sky Terran once the Zerg starts going roaches. We'll have to see what his game plan is. So he does throw that third command center down. Actually decides to throw it at the third base. Now, MVP did deny a link to scout that. So Nestea's still in the dark. And then we're seeing Stim from MVP. So he will be going Bio Opener. Oops, accidentally unplugged my headset. He will be going Bio Opener for the beginning of this game. Has a Marauder on the way, just in case any form of roach timing hits. Might want to do a Marauder Hellion timing attack with Stim. Queen's going to push back these Hellions. How many Queens does he have right now? He's up to 6. He's up to 5 Queens. 5 Queens. Most people you see Zergs go 4 Queens. The 5th Queen, he knows he's going to have his third base up soon. Wants to have that Queen already out for injects, get his production up. He has to assume that, yeah, MVP already has his third command center down. We're seeing double Engineering Bay being plopped down by MVP. Wanting to get up those upgrades. +1/+1 started soon. Factory being built, taken off of the barracks. He has his 4 Hellions. It's all he wants for now. I love the positioning of these Marines. Going to stop any form of slow lane from getting in there. Nestea has his double evolution chamber started as well. Walling off of the spine collar. There's a little hole there that a Queen can block off to prevent Hellions from running through. And these Queens alone are also going to help push these back. +1/+1 note is started for both players. Additional barracks being added on. Beautiful scout here from Nestea. This Overlord timing is so perfect. There's only 3 Marines here, and they are far away, so Nestea got a full scout. Did he see the double engineering bay? We have to swap to his vision right now. He did not. So he did not see the double engineering bay, but I mean, he has to assume it's down. It's pretty normal play. We're seeing a tech lab being built next to the starport. So is this going to be Bio mixing with very quick Raven? That would be so cool. We'd hardly ever see Ravens built in TvZ, unless it's super late game. We'll have to see. It could just be a starport, and MVP's wanting to build siege tanks. We'll have to see what he does with that factory. Macro hatch going down, and then he's just going for siege tanks. A pretty normal play. I would love to see Raven plays early on, but it's a huge investment. It's a huge investment. I do believe the patch with the Raven buff is not out yet, so this was that. I don't even know why I brought that up. Armory going down for MVP. It's going to be finishing as 2-2, or as 1-1's finishing, so we'll be able to start 2-2 right away. Stim pack is done. Doesn't have concussive shells or combat shields. The creep spread from Nestea looking phenomenal. Looks like we're going to be seeing a very split map game here. Nestea's just going to be playing very defensive. Shouldn't see too much aggression from him in the early game. He's going to be taking his 4th base soon, I feel. 5th base followed, and MVP going to be doing the same. Mules and gas being taken at his 3rd base. Siege tank a 1/3 of the way done. Siege mode, getting close to finishing up here. +1/+1 about to finish for MVP. Look at that armory timing, so solid. Nestea has finished his 1-1, needs to start his 2-2 relatively soon. Bailing speed is finished, or is started. Infestation pit on the way. Macro hatch getting close to finishing as well. And there we go. That overseer is going to be taken out, as well as the changeling. He still hasn't scouted, has he? No, he's still in the dark when it comes to the engineering bay. Viking scouting around looking for any stray overlords. This is so annoying. No kills on it just yet. But sniping overlords from the Zerg. You know, you could supply block them and hit a beautiful timing with that. More barracks being added on. Reactors finished on the star part. Should be seeing medevac production started soon. +2/+2 started for MVP before it started for Nestea. Drone count looking pretty good. Income tab 80 to 66 in favor of Nestea. Numbers looking about right because of mules. 4th base started for Nestea. Look at this creep spread. Still looking pretty good. The Queens have been denying these Hellions all game. There are Lings on the map. A couple Banelings mixing as well. Bailing speed about to finish. Pathogen gland started as well. MVP realizing something's going on. He lost his Zelnaga towers. Going to be scouting Nestea. Smart sending forward the weakened Ling, looking for a 4th base. And then that Viking going to be able to scout that Overlord. So Nestea now knows that, or MVP now knows that Nestea's had vision this entire time. He's already spread out though. Any form of engagement busting through here. There's also siege shakes and medevac. So Nestea is just getting some map control of this army. Has to be careful though. A hive started very quickly here for Nestea at the 12-minute mark. It was really Liquid Red, who was the first player who consistently, it was in one of the summer arenas, I believe. Maybe number 1, started getting these hives at ridiculous times, 11 minutes, 12 minutes. He was one of the first players to start doing that, and since then, you know, seeing a 12-minute hive isn't as surprising anymore. Now we do see a big stim on the creep for MVP. Nestea gonna lose his queen, lose these active creep tumors. That's so annoying to deal with. There are some lings and banelings in here. Nestea knowing he doesn't have enough if MVP micros to take this out. Gonna lose a Overlord. Now, based on the upgrades we're seeing and just the tech path from Nestea. Oh wow, these guys have cleaned up so much creep. Nestea should be going Ultralisk. If you're going for fast Broodlords, this would be kind of a weird map to do it. And, I mean, yeah, the melee upgrade from Carapace does help the Broodlings, but it should be Ultra Den. He might throw down a Spire at the same time as the Ultra Den, but he's going to be going for Ultras first. Double drop coming up here. Creep does see it. Nestea is already on the move. He needs to get the rest of his units in there. That Baneling does not get a connect. Oh, those Banelings getting some connects, but they're just not enough. 2-2 about to finish for MVP. He does pick up. Needs to be careful of the Infestors. Where are they? Nestea left them behind. Did not want to get dropped elsewhere. Vikings still flying around looking for these Overlords. That is so annoying. MVP taking his 4th base for the first time. Adding on additional starports. Where are those bad boys? There they are. Additional starports being added on. Probably anticipating the Broodlord switch. Wants to get out some Vikings, some Ravens as well. And it's also good to mix in Banshees this late in the game. Banshees do very well against Fester. And we're seeing Ultra Den and double Spire started by Nestea. At the same time, there's a double drop going on towards that 4th base. There are Spine Callers here. He's going to just try and add a 5th base for as long as possible. But Nestea sees it. Will the Banelings get the connect they need? They do! Oh, MVP losing so much there. That drop doing effectively nothing, but another double drop moving across the map. MVP is going to be dropping the main base of Nestea. A lot of units here. 2 full medevacs for the Marines. Big stim. They're going to get that queen. It looks like, oh, it's running for its life. Oh, killing the spawning pool is so huge. No more links can be built. Adrenal glands was canceled. Nestea. Oh, that's brutal. And the medevacs do pick off. The Infestors still being... actually, no, they were dealing with a drop over here, so Nestea's splitting his army perfectly here. I guess to restart that spawning pool. He's got +3/+3 started, and chitinous plating for his Ultras. The double Spire about to finish as well. Has MVP seen the double Spire? Let's go to his vision. He has not, so he's still in the dark on the double Spire. But Nestea, or MVP, has already started his Raven production. No upgrades just yet, but we should be seeing Seeker Missile, should be seeing Corvid Reactor researched as well as the durable materials, helping out a lot. And MVP doing the smart thing. He's going to be walling off of Planetary Fortresses. This is a beautiful map for split map Terran. The only way to really bust it is either doing like Muta Run-bys or Nida Swarm. Really hard to pressure Terran on this map. Big stim from MVP, realizing that Nestea still hasn't maxed. Nestea's still playing passive. Going to be pushing the creep as well as dropping that main base. Going to be killing off some Spine Callers and the gas. Now, the drop did get, or this army did take some damage. Nestea was forced MVP to pick off. Lee's coming into the main base. Drones have been killed. These Marines do have 2-2. So the upgrades are even. This drop is forced to pick off. And again, another drop going on. MVP is just trying to pick his teammate apart. Drops going everywhere. This is so beautiful from MVP. Killing off a lot of drones right here. Nestea, where's your army? At the same time, a drop going into the main base might deny another hatchery. Nestea sending it back. Army going to the drop. It's just Lings. The Stim Marines are going to be able to clean that up. And oh no, is Nestea going to lose his 5th and his 4th? Infestors are finally being added on. Bailey's coming forward here. Nestea, MVP does pick up that army. He did deny that 5th base, but now the MVP knows, okay, Corruptors are being built. So the Broodlord tech switch is on the way. Beautiful drop play here from MVP. He is still keeping up the aggression. He's kept Nestea from reaching max. Income tab 75 to 83. So now MVP has that Harvester lead. Professor Terran coming forward. Bailey's connecting with Marines. Needs the burrow, those. Oh, snap. Does not get the burrow he wants. Planetary Fortress Wall is in production. MVP so gas-starved, though, with the Ravens mixed in, with all the planetaries he's had in the mix. He really needs to start mining gas efficiently. More drops being done on the high ground here. This being as painful as possible. Drop at the 3rd base being cleaned up. I mean, if you look at Nestea's mineral bank, it's so high, but just its harassment on gas. And another drop in the main base. Oh, MVP, you are everywhere. He's going to kill off the high, perhaps. Spore Crawlers falling as well. This drop finally cleaned up. Will the high fall? Drones are being chased down right now. Spore's getting targeted as well. Oh, he's going to lose a medevac, so some of the Marines will be cleaned up. Oh, and Net MVP is just going to lose everything here. All the drops have we've finally reached a calm moment in this game where there's nothing being killed. Take a look at that income tab, 69 to 83. MVP is maxed. Nestea on the verge of being maxed. He needs to build one more Overlord, and there he's got a couple in production. Under his upgrades, he's got +1 Carapace already done for his air, +1 attack on the way. He does have 3/3 for his ground units. Did he ever research adrenal glands? No, he did not. Hopefully Nestea remembers that and starts it soon. Very important upgrade. Hopefully he starts mining gas efficiently in his main base as well. SCVs being sent across the map by MVP. He realizes he doesn't need this many SCVs at this point. 82. Way too many. Especially when you have this many orbitals. Let's look at the Raven count. Currently sitting on 8. He does have Seeker Missile. Nestea has to be careful not to bunch up too much. Has to spread out very well here. The Infestors. This is a very scary army from Nestea. Let's take a look at the units tab here for MVP. He has 8 Ravens, 11 Vikings, 43 Marines, only 2 medevacs, so every stem is going to hurt. Fungal growths are going to be so important. Ling's trying to do a run by here, but there are planetary fortresses. It looks like Nestea just wanting to clean up some pride. He's wanting to go for a very quick Sky Zerg. He's got 10 Corruptors for that supply. These Marines are going to move out onto the map. Going to try and deny some creep, maybe snipe a base or two. Nestea's taking more bases right now. This is the thing he needs to do. But there's a huge drop actually going on the 5th base. Oh, MVP never ceasing to harass. He snipes the 5th base. Income tabs back down to 75 for MVP or for Nestea, and he's going to keep up this harassment. Nestea realizing that he is not in a comfortable bank just yet. His gas is still so very low. He keeps losing units. He keeps building more gas. At the same time, more SCVs just being sent across the map. Battle cruisers are going to be on the way soon for MVP. He started those air upgrades. Wouldn't mind seeing a second armory soon as well. These SCVs. So they were born into this world with a goal of mining minerals, and MVP said, no! We have a new model, a better build. It's called the Mule. That investor taking some damage from some SCVs. Another drop denying this hatchery over here, but Nestea's got this one up. Nestea preemptively spreading. I don't know if he's seen the Ravens, but he has to be careful. Seeker missiles land on your army. It is devastating. It's very hard to do that, though. It takes either beautiful skill from MVP or a big blunder from Nestea to land Seeker missiles. What really it's going to come down to is MVP is denying these bases over and over. Nestea's not getting the gas bank he needs. We do have a huge push here. Nestea seeing that Planetary Fortress Wall is still up there. So many siege tanks here. Look, all the Broodlords and Corruptors. Needs to spread them out. Corruptors coming forward. The Vikings and Ravens are in position. Look how many Corruptors are here. Oh no, MVP coming forward. Corruptors are starting to stack up. Oh, Nestea, be careful. Vikings coming forward. Oh no, those Seeker missiles. Oh my god. Are they going to connect? Oh my god. Oh my god. I want to watch that again. Let's see how low Nestea's supply. Nestea is maxed right now. Ravens come forward. Those don't get connects. Nestea's all clumped. Ravens, Seeker missiles. He goes from max to 119 supply. Oh my god, Nestea. And he GG'd immediately. Wow. Okay. Let's look at this from his perspective now. Why did Nestea leave that game? I mean, he just lost his entire army. If you look at his units tab, he's down to 5 Broodlords, 5 Corruptors, 2 Infestors. That's his army right now, and they're all going to get cleaned up. Yes, those were phenomenal Seeker missiles, but I mean, if Nestea would have had a bigger bank, he could have come back from that. He could have been like, okay, that's my one blunder of the game. Let's try again. But MVP has been denying bases. Look, he denied this hatchery too. He's been denying gas from being mined. This has just been a beautiful game from MVP. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to say that the Ravens didn't win him the game, but if Nestea still had a huge bank, he could have tried coming back from that. But at this point, I mean, he's only got 1,000 gas to spend. What is he going to do? Max out on Lings against Planetary Fortress walls? No. MVP playing phenomenally this game. I can't believe those Seeker missiles landed that well. Okay, well, this is the Zoia Show 2.0, episode 0. This is the pilot episode of this new show, so hope you guys like it. This show will happen every single Monday, so stay tuned for more episodes of that. I am Zoia. Please follow me here on YouTube. Subscribe to it. It helps out a lot. Follow me on Twitter at Zoia Light. Follow my team as well, Light Esports. Follow them on Facebook as well. Big shout out to our sponsors, Six-Pool Gaming, TT Esports, and I already said Six-Pool Gaming, TT Esports, yeah. But thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next cast.